Crawford with Louisiana Sportsman here with Greg Hackney. Greg, how'd you do today?
I just had a small limit today, weighed 914.
914. What happened?
I just fall in water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, finally dried my hole up.
Oh.
I didn't really, when I went in there and practiced last Friday, I didn't realize how high it was. I thought it was just a little bit above normal. I thought it was pretty close to getting normal level, but undoubtedly it was about 2 foot above normal. And now it's about normal. And it's not that there's not still plenty of water in there. They just sucked it so fast.
Oh, okay.
That it just kind of squirreled those fish a little bit. They're still going to spawn in there once it stabilizes. But,
right.
As of today, it looked to me like it was still falling, when I was in there. Because I kind of go on a little cut to get in there, and then it opens up, and it seemed like it was still coming out when I went in there today.
So you made the long run that you made yesterday?
Yeah, I ran 70 miles one way, I guess.
70 miles, so you were just south of Natchitoches at your farthest?
Yeah, I was about halfway between the bridge and St. Maurice.
You say hi to the family while you were down there?
Yeah, not quite that far.
Well, now,
but if I had to do over it again, I'd go back, because it was an area that, I really felt like, it had potential, and it still does. I mean, it was just, some variables I just didn't think about the waterfalling that much.
Right.
I really thought with that big rain that we had last Saturday,
right.
would hold it up it might just be on a little creep down. And yesterday conditions were, not too bad, and I really felt like I had dialed in. Well, half the stuff that I caught them off of yesterday was dry today. It was
really?
6 inches deep today. Yesterday it was a foot deep, and I was still catching them out of it. And it went down more than that. So,
well, all hindsight, do you think if you had adjusted and moved out some, you would have been able to catch
because I
them?
did adjust and move out. Yeah, there's a lot of wood in there, like 3 or 4 feet.
Right.
But what happens a lot of times when it pulls like that, they don't have to be on anything.
Right.
Okay, there's nothing there going to bother them. You understand? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to get in anything and hide. So they just, they're real healthy right now anyway, and they're not really feeding. They want to spawn. That's all they want to do. 99% of the fish being caught in the tournament are either spawning or just fixing to start spawning.
Right.
That's the whole deal. These fish really, it surprises me how early they spawn here, regardless of the weather. Because the last time we were here, it was a lot colder, and they were spawning too.
Right.
So once they make their push to do that, that's what they're doing.
Right. So if you do make the top 25,
I'm going back.
You going back?
Yeah, I'll go back.
Is that simply because that's all you've got right now, or you're just confident that the fish are there if the conditions are right?
Well, just such big fish, and there was a 20-pound plus bag, to be caught there, and that's the only reason I went. I thought I could, catch one big bag there for sure, and then I would play it by ear after that, and the conditions just haven't been right for it. And it's so hard because, with 5 or 6 hours, I could take it apart. With 3, because I'll spend, half the time today kind of doing what I did, yesterday, and then that doesn't work, and then I start changing, and then, I've already blown an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I got an hour left to make it.
You got 3 hours.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours. So, did you make a stop on the way back up?
Yeah, I did. I fished in a place on the way back and actually culled one.
Oh, did you? Okay. So at this point, assuming you make it to the 3rd day, are you fishing for the win? I mean, really, are you fishing for the win? Or
I'm just fishing for the biggest sack I can catch.
Right.
Now, I'm out of the hunt really for the win,
right.
but
that's my point.
I could still catch a big sack and make a big jump and have a good tournament.
Right.
I haven't really fished bad. Like, I'm not beat up about the way I fished, So you don't have to win to have a good tournament. You just don't make any mistakes, and I don't really feel like I made any. I just hadn't had time to, which I knew I was taking a chance doing that, but it's the Classic, and I want to win. I don't really, not that I was swinging. I mean, if it had been a regular tournament, I'd have went to those fish. They were because they were so good.
So you don't consider this swing for the fence?
No, I sure don't. I was fishing what I was on. I just went. I didn't do anything off the wall. I went and practiced. It was the best thing I had going. That's what I went to.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Now, you say you're not beating yourself up over it. You really do seem very relaxed this week. You seemed relaxed coming into the tournament.
I'm going to make it to tomorrow. I just noticed that Iaconelli didn't pass me, so I'll for sure to make it now.
Okay.
Because there wouldn't be like 4 more to weigh in, and now 2 of them are gone. So
right. Okay.
I may end up 25th, but I'm going to make it.
That's right. So.
And let me tell you something. You could tack 25 pounds onto what I got, and it'll go way up the leaderboard.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, now,
you know, and you got to think like that. That's what keeps you fishing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, if there wasn't big ones swimming around out there, I'd have went somewhere else. You know, I mean, every cast, I think 6-pounder, 6-pounder. And I know if I hit, because this is the time of the year you can hit one little wad and catch you 3 6-pounders and 2 4-pounders. And that's very possible here.
Okay.
I mean, these fish aren't showing up this time, and there's a lot of these guys that won't believe they're here, but I'm telling you, they live in this pond. They always have.
Yeah.
They're not 30 pounds good, but they're 25 pounds good.
Right.
I mean, no doubt all day, you know, in that area, I like it.
You're that confident in it.
Mm-hmm. I saw them, Andy. I know they were there. You know, that's the deal. I didn't have them on in practice or catch them in practice. I saw them swimming around.
Okay.
I mean, I judged them very conservatively. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like when I called one a 6, it was a legitimate 6. It might have weighed 6'10". You know what I'm saying?
Sure, sure.
I mean, you can't. I mean, it was right.
Well, you know, and it's really interesting. Before the competition began, even yesterday, you didn't hear many people talking about sight fishing. You know, now, you know, you're starting to hear that people are looking at fish.
Right.
Even though you had that heavy rain and the water's pretty muddy in the main river, there's
plenty clear water in the backwater. But, you know, again, like I said, I wouldn't change a thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would change the way I fished, but I would go back. Even knowing, I would still go back.
Change the way you fish, moving back, or?
Well, I mean, I tried a bunch of different stuff today, and it didn't work. I mean, I'll be honest with you today. As soon as I got a limit, I quit fishing the way I was fishing, and I went to trying to catch big ones.
Okay.
You know, just as soon as the 5th one came in the boat, I started doing something else. Not really that long. I probably caught a limit in an hour and 20 minutes, maybe.
Well, when you got a 3-hour day.
Right. Well, I spent the other hour and a half, you know, trying to figure out how to, and I didn't catch anything else after that. You know.
Okay. Okay. So you didn't catch numbers today?
No, I caught 7 or 8 keepers today, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, because once I caught a limit, I kept trying to find those. I knew they were all little buck bass on the beds. I caught 2 of them sight fishing today. I saw them swimming. Okay. Takahiro and Iconelli tied, so one of them will be, or they both go.
They've got them 25 and 26.
So maybe Takahiro won because he had the big bag the first day.
The biggest bag.
So he won
2 of them. Yeah.
I squeaked in there, didn't I? That's 6 hours of fishing, Andy. You know, that's the deal. That's pretty good for only 6 hours.
That's right. That's right.
These other boys been fishing 8 a day. They got 16 hours worth of fish. I got 6.
Right. So tomorrow you're going to go back.
Yeah, and well, I'll be honest with you. There's another reason for that. I don't want to get on top of somebody else.
Right.
You know,
it's a courtesy thing.
Right.
I mean, you sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just stick with what. I mean, there ain't no. I know what's been going on.
Yeah.
You know, there, and I just, you know, I went 2 days. Why not go 3?
Okay. Well, are you going to go in there and pretty much do the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm going in there. I've rigged my set in the parking lot and rigged my stuff up, and I'm rigged different from the way I've been. It's going to be a different deal. You know, I mean, I'm going to fish a different deal.
Right. Well, good luck.
So.